cancer.org.
The cornerstone of Investigate TV is investigative journalism.
Should this be better regulated?
How big of a problem is that?
We always try to give viewers a takeaway, something they can learn from a story.
Should they be revoking these certifications?
The public has a right to know.
There are things that affect our homes, that affect our families, that affect our health, that we are learning every day from these stories.
It allows us to tell the best of the best stories and show them to you every day.
Tomorrow at 2:30 p.m.
You can scan the QR code to download the Kolo 8 First Alert weather app to stay informed when you need it the most. Kolo 8 News Now, covering the news that matters to you.
Download the Kolo 8 News Now mobile app for your hour-by-hour forecast.
This is Kolo 8 News Now at 11, covering the news that matters to you.
A kickoff to the summer season. Straight ahead on Kolo 8 News Now. What is new this season from the city of Reno? And Canoe the Slough. A look at the goal of this one-of-a-kind fundraiser. Thanks for joining us on Kolo 8 News Now at 11 o'clock. I'm Ben Deach, and we are learning more about today's crash on Geiger Grade. State police are now telling us that a motorcyclist has been killed in this crash. This happened around 4:25 p.m. on State Route 341 near the lookout on your way up to Virginia City. Nevada State Police say that a motorcycle was heading north, crossed over the other lane into the path of a Subaru. The adult motorcycle rider succumbed to injuries sustained in the crash and was pronounced dead on scene. The two adult occupants of the Subaru were transported to an area hospital for precautionary measures. State police tell us that further information will be released following the preliminary investigation. We now know that a driver has been killed after being involved in a crash on the freeway last night. That happened in the southbound lane of 395 at the Clearacre off-ramp at about 10:15 on Friday. State police say that it's not clear why the SUV crashed and rolled, but the crash shut down lanes for several hours. The investigation is ongoing, and police tell us we'll get an update when they learn more. In Crime Watch, a man is under arrest after South Lake Tahoe police had to use tear gas on him today. 43-year-old David Valenzuela of South Lake Tahoe was suspected of stabbing a man several times. Police say it happened at about 11:15 a.m. at Barton Memorial Hospital. The victim is said to be in stable condition. After police identified Valenzuela as a suspect, they went to his home on Lapham Drive, about a third of a mile north of the South Lake Tahoe Y. He refused to surrender, so SWAT was called in. Valenzuela finally came out after police used tear gas to make that happen. He's being held without bail on charges of assault with a deadly weapon and resisting arrest. Crews have knocked down a fire at Sun Valley Regional Park. Truckee Meadows Fire says that a barbecue started the spot fire in brush and grass. Fire officials say that they are using this incident to stress the importance of always being equipped with water or hand tools to extinguish a small or accidental wildland fire. Let's turn to the weather, giving you a live look here from our tower cam. And as we bring in Colin Jackson with Emily out this weekend, we're getting set for temperatures to continue to climb.
Yes, tomorrow won't be too much different than today. We hit 86, and then we'll be in the mid-90s by the tail end of that 8-day forecast that's coming up. Right now, as of the 11 p.m. hour, it's 69 degrees, and we still have a wind, northwest at 13, gusting to 25 miles per hour. Here comes Sunday, but 9 a.m., I was going to put 8, but that's too early for a Sunday, right? 9 a.m., 62, and by noon, we'll get you to 78, and by 4, we'll be back in the mid-80s again, with increasing clouds as the day goes on. Stay tuned, the 8-day has some heat in there. No hundreds, but 90s. Stay with us.
The City of Reno's Parks and Recreation Department is gearing up for the warmer weather. A summer kickoff party held today at Paradise Park. The city says they are debuting a new playground and mobile recreation trailer.
So our Rolling Recreation Center will be launching June 12th. We'll be in parks all summer long. It's free and open to the public. And we are also following the Food Bank of Northern Nevada's Kids Cafe program. So kids not only can recreate for free, they can eat for free as well.
The city says there's also a new junior ranger program this summer as well. Although watercraft aren't typically allowed on the wetlands near Rosewood Lake, the Truckee Meadows Parks Foundation is hosting a fundraiser this weekend, giving people the unique opportunity to go on boating tours. Canoe the Slough took place earlier today. Now, the area, of course, used to be a golf course, but once Veterans Parkway came along, the property stayed vacant for years and invasive species took over. Those who took part had the chance to see the animals and plants that call the wetlands their home.
An event where we're bringing community members out and they're going to be able to get into kayaks and canoes and actually experience Rosewood in a way that is not typically available to the public.
The area is open Monday through Saturday from 8 to 7. You can always find out more about the Rosewood Nature Study Area as well as the Capital Campaign by clicking on this story at kolotv.com. A variety of adaptive sports are being featured this weekend at the Sparks Marina. The annual Mark Wellman's Adventure Day is back for its 19th year. It's a chance for people with disabilities to try sports adapted just for them. Rock climbing, kayaking, hand cycling, it's all free. The event's organized by two-time Paralympian and Truckee resident Mark Wellman, who has a passion for pushing people to experience new things. The event will also feature an Abilities Expo with different organizations on hand offering information and resources. That's happening tomorrow from 10 to 2 at the Sparks Marina. The Reno Dance Festival is hosting its 3rd annual event today. That took place at the Glow Plaza on West 4th Street. Organizers say the goal is to celebrate dance through workshops and live performances.
We have workshops going on at the moment all day. We have 5 workshops. We have ballet, hip hop, jazz, modern on this beautiful Glow Plaza stage behind me.
The event is being organized by volunteers and the Sierra Arts Foundation. A traffic alert on I-80. Lane closures will be in place in Verdi next week. NDOT crews will be performing routine inspections of interstate bridges. You can expect intermittent single-lane closures Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. On your screen are the days and areas impacted. In addition to the lane closures, the speed limit will be reduced to 55 miles an hour. Making national headlines is once again the war between Israel and Hamas. President Biden making the unusual step of announcing a multi-phase ceasefire proposal by Israel. And as Britt Clinette shows us, Israel and Hamas are reacting to that.
Facing growing political pressure in the U.S., President Biden unveiling a new path for peace between Israel and Hamas. A 3-phase ceasefire, Biden says, is proposed by Israel.
It's time to begin this new stage. For the hostages to come home, for Israel to be secure, for the suffering to stop. It's time for this war to end.
The first phase of that proposal, an initial 6-week ceasefire with women, children and the most vulnerable hostages returned in exchange for the release of hundreds of Palestinian prisoners. Israeli troops would withdraw from populated areas in Gaza and humanitarian aid would surge. Next, the temporary ceasefire would hold while Israel and Hamas negotiate a permanent end to the fighting and release of the remaining hostages.
Hamas needs to take the deal.
President Biden urging Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to stand behind it. After that, the Israelis cautioned the war, which began following the surprise October 7th attack that killed at least 1,700 and injured nearly 9,000 others, according to the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs, would continue through the end of the year. But reacting to the proposal, Netanyahu reiterating the war will not end until its goals are achieved, including the return of all hostages and destroying Hamas's capabilities. Adding the notion that Israel will agree to a permanent ceasefire before those conditions are met is a non-starter. A statement from Hamas said it views Biden's speech positively, that it agrees with a permanent ceasefire, saying that this is the result of their resistance efforts. Britt Clinette, ABC News, Tel Aviv.
Mexico set to have the largest elections ever. What they are on the verge of doing that they have never done before. Plus, Ticketmaster's parent company saying it was the victim of a cyber attack, the reported impact on user data.
And we are getting ready for 90s in the forecast. Stay with us. They're coming up.
This is Kolo 8 News Now at 11, covering the news that matters to you, with Ben Deach and Emily Benito with your first alert weather forecast. This is Kolo 8 News Now at 11, covering the news that matters to you.
Birria is back at Del Taco. Dip your favorite shredded beef birria street tacos and birria quesadilla in our savory consomme. And now the lineup includes the all-new birria grilled combo burrito, flat grilled to perfection. That's Del Taco Better Mex.
The bake business is not an easy one. 1 in 5 bakeries end up failing.
We're in a big hole financially.
My biggest fear is that I'll have to close.
I'm here to help. I'm going to make over your bakery.
How much time do I got?
36 hours. It has to work. Are you ready to see your big bakeover?
The Big Bakeover. Series premiere Friday, June 14th on the CW.
Is that your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. When Dave, the sales guy, is like, "You're gonna love this." He shows me the best-in-class fuel economy and lets me know it's recommended by Consumer Reports. When Dave says, "These cars are going fast," I knew I had to have that Rogue.
Hurry in for Memorial Day savings. Get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the Rogue Platinum, or get a low $329 per month lease on Rogue.
What if one day you went to that secret place, that spot that only you know about, and instead of what you came for, you found this? What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? The truth is, all drug use comes with risk. Before those risks become real, before drugs turn your life upside down, before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. If you or someone you love is struggling with drug use or prescription drug misuse, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral. Or go to samhsa.gov/knowtherisks.
Birria Ramen is back at Del Taco. Shredded beef birria, wavy ramen noodles, and savory consomme create an absolute flavor bomb of noodly goodness. Birria Ramen. That's Del Taco Better Max.
I was feeling so alone.
I'm glad I asked for help.
Ask for help. If you're thinking about suicide or need support, call the Trevor Lifeline.
Download the Kolo 8 News Now mobile app for your hour-by-hour forecast.
Now to that cyber attack involving Live Nation, the parent company of Ticketmaster, confirming the data of hundreds of millions of people has been compromised. It's the latest in a series of problems for the company and ticket industry. Johnny Fernandez joins us with more on how it's handling the situation.
Live Nation, the parent company of Ticketmaster, says it was the victim of a cyber attack, confirming late Friday that on May 20th, it discovered an unauthorized activity within a third-party cloud database and promptly launched an investigation. Hackers reportedly called shiny hunters, then allegedly offered up the stolen data to the highest bidder on the dark web: names, emails, phone numbers, addresses, and credit card information among the information. Experts tell ABC News the data stolen does not appear to be serious and no financial or medical information was compromised. The alleged breach comes days before the Justice Department and dozens of state attorneys general filed a lawsuit to break up Ticketmaster. Attorney General Merrick Garland claims it was done so on behalf of music fans as well as artists, accusing the company of creating a monopoly over the live entertainment market.
As detailed in our complaint, Live Nation suffocates its competition using a variety of tactics.
Tactics like pressuring artists to use its promotion services, retaliating against venues that work with rivals, and locking concert venues into exclusive ticketing contracts.
Welcome to the Eras Tour.
The lawsuit comes after a more than 2-year-long investigation into the company, which is facing public scrutiny since a 2022 fiasco over ticket sales for Taylor Swift's Eras Tour.
What the DOJ is asking for, first and foremost, is a structural relief, a reorganization of Live Nation and Ticketmaster so that they can stop what they are saying is anti-competition and monopoly-like practices.
Live Nation dismissed the allegation and says other factors are the problems like rising production costs, artist popularity, and online ticket scalping. As for the data breach, the company says they're working to mitigate risks to other users and the company and are cooperating with law enforcement. Johnny Fernandez, ABC News, New York.
And now, your first alert weather forecast with Colin Jackson.
I hate to admit this, but I was just on Ticketmaster like a week or so ago.
Getting soaked?
Probably was. My girlfriend Anna and I were going to see Aaron Lewis out in Douglas County.
Okay.
Out at Carson Valley Inn out there.
Nice.
So I had to go on there to grab those.
It might be cheaper to drive down there and buy the tickets there.
Probably would be at this point. The fees are absolutely ridiculous no matter what you're buying.
I know.
But temperatures heating up in a hurry as we get set for a warm week ahead.
Today was okay. Here's what the stats provided from the National Weather Service came out with. High of 86, average high, upper 70s. So it was warmer than average, but it wasn't oppressive, right? It's really only hot between, 2 and 4 o'clock. So we can handle that. And right now we're sitting in the 60s for most locations, and here are the highs from other locations for today. 84 Fernley, 71 Truckee, 81 in the capital, and Fallon got to 88. Vegas was cooking at 101. They were 103 yesterday. And Tonopah, 86. Bishop got to 94. Right now, what are we? We're 69. Look at the wind. Northwest at 13, gusty to 25 still. Other numbers have cooled off substantially in Tahoe, but it's perfect for camping, 50. In Truckee, South Lake's 52, and 70 still in Fernley. Nice night. 66 out in Elko, 89 still in Vegas, and 68 in the Bishop area. Passing clouds are still out there, so makes for great sunrises tomorrow morning if you're up that early on a Sunday. And then scattered showers from Winnemucca to Elko. Tonight, severe weather is in West Texas. The storms are raging across the central part of Texas, and northern Louisiana has some active weather too. Not here, though. We have a wind developing again tomorrow afternoon, 15 to 25 miles per hour from the west-northwest. That's around 3, 4 o'clock. Same thing for Monday. As those winds continue from the west, kind of a standard pattern here in the summer, as we have a few frontal systems move to our north and just give us some cloud cover. But maybe a chance of a sprinkle with daytime heating and a little cold front action, 6 p.m. Monday night. And then we go through Tuesday and Wednesday and we just heat up into the mid-90s with high pressure settling in and clearing skies. But here's the scene. Thursday night late, we could have a shower or thunderstorm in our area. And again on Friday, there's 8, 9 p.m. And again on Saturday, there it is. So the models are showing that there's an indication of some instability in the atmosphere on those afternoons. Until then, enjoy the ride in Tahoe. I recommend the East Shore Trail. It's just gorgeous. 74 Truckee, low 36, mid 70s for Tahoe City. And then we go down south. We go to Bishop with 93, 75 for our friends at Mammoth Lakes, 80 at Bridgeport and Eastern Side. Elko goes to 80 and 85 Tonopah. Ely will even top the 80-degree mark. Central zones, we've got mid to upper 80s across the area, mainly mid to low 80s there, I'm sorry. And backyard numbers, same as today, low to mid 80s across the area, maybe an 87 for South Meadows, Verdi 83, Stead 83, 82 Cold Springs, and metro zones, we've got 84 on tap for Susanville, 86 Pyramid Lake, partly cloudy in the afternoon, a west wind at 15 to 20 miles per hour in Virginia City, mid 70s, we'll be in the mid 80s again tomorrow, and the 8-day forecast has one more day of weekend fun and games, 86, and then we cool off a little bit on Monday with that 20% chance of some late afternoon rain. And there are the 90s, mid-90s for 2 days in a row, Wednesday, Thursday, and slight rainfall chances Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week. Overnight lows kind of warm, low to mid-60s, but that means that the lake will warm up better than it has lately with overnight lows there in Tahoe in the upper 30s. Let's look at weather, Mr. Deitch. Back to you.
Yeah, warming up too quickly. Thank you, Colin. And if you want to stay up to date on that forecast, no matter how hot it gets, this is the app for you. Mexico is set to have the largest elections in its history. More than 20,000 positions are on the ballots nationwide, and the country is poised to elect its first female president. But as Rick Damagelis shows us, the campaign has been marred by violence with dozens of assassination attempts leading up to the vote.
Mexico is on the verge of history as the nation chooses its next president. Voting begins Sunday, and former Mexico City Mayor Claudia Sheinbaum is the leading candidate. The 61-year-old is poised to become the country's first ever female president, which some Mexicans applaud. Her biggest challenger is Xochitl Galvez, a former senator and businesswoman who shares many of Sheinbaum's views, but trails her in the latest polls.
Polls have her anywhere from about 11 to 22 points up, and her polling numbers have really not changed in the last 3 months since the official campaign period began.
Campaigning in the run-up to the election has been marred by dozens of assassination attempts on candidates and other political violence. Experts and political parties say some candidates have renounced their bid in fear of their lives.
This has also, unfortunately, been the most violent election in Mexico's history. Different estimates show that there's upwards of about 30 candidates who have been assassinated over the course of the election, including a candidate for a local office who was just assassinated this past Thursday.
Security and immigration are top issues for all of Mexico's presidential candidates. More than 160,000 homicides were recorded in the first 4.5 years of Mexico's current president's term. And with the surge of migrants and mounting pressure from Washington, the border crisis has become a hot-button issue in Mexico and the U.S. presidential race. I'm Rick Damigella reporting.
A Boeing Starliner still on the launch pad. Up next, we'll take a look at what caused that delay in today's launch.
I'm Ross Mitchell, host of Reno's Morning News. When you're on the road, we'll keep you up to date. Weekday mornings 5 to 9.
They said if I did coke, I could party all night. They lied. Find out the truth about cocaine. drugfreeworld.org.
Join us for the 7th Annual Scholarship Fund Golf Tournament, hosted by the Nevada Broadcasters Foundation and the Northern Nevada Toyota Dealers. The Nevada Broadcasters Foundation has awarded over 260 tuition scholarships to young students attending Nevada colleges and universities. It's a day of golf, drinks, prizes, and dinner. Tuesday, June 11th at Grizzly Ranch Golf Club. Get a hole-in-one and win a Toyota of your choice, up to $40,000 from the Northern Nevada Toyota Dealers. Get your foursome today at nevadabroadcasters.org.
There are oceans and rocks, places where fish swim and birds fly, where mountains spring up and trees and grass grow all around. History is made, art is created, things happen that should always be remembered. Heroes emerge. A woman sets people free. A man makes light. A leader steps forward. People get together. They help each other out. They make their own places to run and play and contemplate the universe. There's pride and gratitude and fun. It belongs to everyone. It can be a place, a feeling, a state of mind. So get up, get out there, and find your park.
If your personal injury attorney spends more time working on marketing than working on your case, you're probably in the market for a new personal injury attorney. At Bradley, Drendel & Genet, our focus is on putting you first, not putting ourselves in front of the camera, which is why we didn't let our lawyers know we were filming today, so they'd keep their focus where it belongs, on you. Bradley, Drendel & Genet, the #1 law firm for people who want to be treated like they're #1.
I am what child hunger looks like in America. I am a 9-year-old boy who hopes a friend invites me to a sleepover so I can have dinner. I am a 15-year-old girl who goes for walks during lunch so my friends won't know I don't have anything to eat. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 7 American children who struggle with hunger.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
They said if I got drunk,
If I did coke,
I'd be one of the guys. They said meth would help me get through my exams.
They said synthetic drugs would give me a safe high.
he said he'd love me forever.
They lied.
Find out the truth about drugs.
drugfreeworld.org.
Download the Kolo 8 News Now mobile app today and stay informed.
In California, crews were seen battling a brush fire on the property of a state prison in Vacaville yesterday. You can see several trees and grass severely burned in the wooded area. According to the Solano County Office of Emergency Services, no evacuations were ordered or injuries being reported in this incident, and the cause of the fire is under investigation. Well, after several failed attempts, Boeing Starliner is still on the launch pad tonight after the launch was scrubbed just minutes from takeoff. As Faith Abube shows us, it was slated to head to the International Space Station carrying 2 NASA astronauts.
Roger. All steps are complete prior to terminal count.
And with that, Boeing Starliner given the go for launch, but then
Operation
scrubbed less than 4 minutes to liftoff.
LC switch is not ready. Clock stopped at T-minus 3 minutes, 50 seconds.
Boeing's first ever crewed mission on hold yet again. Another delay of the critical launch that's already years behind schedule.
We got inside 4 minutes, and then we had a problem with the ground launch sequencer.
And that's a computer that controls things like retracting umbilicals and the pyro vents that release the bolts at the base of the rocket so that when ignition happens, the rocket is free to fly away and do its job.
This historic mission is a critical part of NASA's Commercial Crew Program, meant to replace the agency's now defunct shuttle program. But for years now, only the SpaceX Crew Dragon has been able to carry astronauts back and forth to space, while the Starliner mission has been grounded due to technical issues and setbacks.
I know it's a little disappointing. We were all excited. Butch and Sonny were excited to go fly. This is kind of the way spaceflight is.
If the Starliner is able to make a successful launch, NASA will certify the spacecraft as part of its program. But for now, Boeing looking to get the long-delayed project back on track as it tries to redeem the company's bruised image.
Everything's got to work perfectly. Today we got really close. It didn't work for us. The team's very professional. They're in their 24-hour scrub work turnaround right now. And when we're ready to go, they'll be ready to go.
And the next launch opportunity is either tomorrow, June 5th, or June 6th to see whether this crewed mission gets off the ground. Faith Abube, ABC News, Kennedy Space Center.
Well, coming up next, the Governor's Office of Science, Innovation, and Technology awarding a Developing STEM designation. If you missed Terry Russell taking a closer look, we'll bring that story back for you coming up next.
We're offering our free loans up to $5,000. Really, zero fees and free interest on a loan for a full week. But what happens after the free week? Let's say you borrow $1,000. The first week is on us, and after that, it'll only cost you $5.50 per day. Keep it out another day, week, or a year. If you need that $1,000 for an additional week, it would cost you less than $40 in interest. Your first loan is on us.
We have to do something about the cost of housing.
They jack it up, every time. Makes me feel like I'm not going to be able to buy a house one day.
It's why I secured funding for more affordable housing options in Nevada. And I'm going after corporations that buy up properties and drive up the cost.
Jackie Rosen fighting price gouging by corporate investors who buy up housing stock to drive up mortgage and rent costs.
I'm Jackie Rosen, and I approve this message because Nevada housing should be affordable for Nevada families.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. And it's a danger you might not see coming. A synthetic opioid up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. A fraction of a raindrop, or 3 grains of salt. Your drugs don't come with an ingredients list. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, or smell it, or taste it. Fentanyl is one of the most common drugs involved in overdose deaths. Know the dangers. Learn the facts about fentanyl and ways to protect yourself at cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place and instead of what you came for, you found this? What would you do? The truth is, all drug use comes with risk. Before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. If you or someone you love is struggling with drug use, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/know-the-risks.
Well, Smithridge Elementary School doesn't often get recognition, but that's exactly what happened earlier this month. The Governor's Office of Science, Innovation, and Technology awards the school with a Developing STEM designation. Kolo 8 News Now's Terry Russell shows us what it took for staff, students, and teachers to earn such an award.
Smithridge Elementary School is very proud of their developing STEM designation. It greets you at the front door. It's posted in the main office along with congratulation letters from both of Nevada's U.S. senators. STEM even graces the walls of the cafeteria. So what is STEM? Well, it stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math.
And it's a way that we approach instruction. So we teach through the sciences, we teach reading through math. So all of our content is connected.
Rosa says she's never taught any other way. Once a week, her students and all other students here get computer time.
We are at a tutorial. So this is going to show us how to move around in Minecraft. Let's go ahead and do our tutorial.
Robotics and programming are also part of this class. Every student here has a computer for class work, and each week they also attend an additional STEM class. You might call this a STEAM class, as students are creating art under the concept of force, with compulsion and constraint, all on the same piece of construction paper. This is the second time Smithridge has been designated as a developing STEM school, which is quite remarkable. Consider, of the 500 kids here, 80% are Hispanic, 60% are English language learners.
This school year so far, we've had, that I'm aware of to date, 38 students from out of country that were not English speakers. So language acquisition and students learning English is a core to the work that we do here. And I do believe STEM is an access point to that, because regardless of what language you speak, you can see things when you're playing, manipulating things with your hands, creating projects. That is a place where technology helps us a lot with translation and being able to find different languages online to support learning.
Students look forward to field trips and projects which show them how classroom learning can be plugged into real life. The designation allows the principal to apply for state grants, which in turn pay for STEM materials, seminars, and time teachers put in above and beyond their daily schedule. The school even has its own garden, and you may be asking, well, how does that fit into STEM education? Well, very simply, it teaches them about biology and other sciences. And the best part is, the vegetables and fruit are donated to the local community. At Smithridge Elementary School, Terry Russell, Kolo 8 News Now.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all-electric.
Now, get low 1.9% financing for 72 months on a 2023 F-150.
T-Mobile coverage in my area is wonderful.
We have 8 acres, and it gives you peace of mind to know that you're going to have a reliable signal.
We enjoy hiking. We enjoy the outdoors. The coverage has been great.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Right now, get 4 free smartphones and 4 lines for $25 per line when you switch.
President Biden took a wrong turn, enacting regulations that will ban most new gas cars. Our senators did nothing to stop him, forcing us down a bad road of limited choices and less freedom. But the good news is there's still time for our senators to make a U-turn. Call the U.S. Senate. Tell them to overturn Biden's car ban before it's too late to turn around. Paid for by American Fuel and Petrochemical Manufacturers.
Sunday Catholic Mass is presented Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. on Kolo 8 from the Carmelite Monastery in Reno, Nevada.
There are oceans and rocks, places where fish swim and birds fly. History is made, art is created, things happen that should always be remembered. Heroes emerge, a woman sets people free, a man makes light, a leader steps forward. It can be a place, a feeling, a state of mind. So get up, get out there, and find your park.
Join us on Kolo 8 News Now at 5 every night for your complete news of the day.
Pro Group Management stays ahead of the curve, providing up-to-date services to keep your industry in top form. Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Let's get going. Now get 0% financing for 72 months plus $2,000 cash back on Escape.
If you missed out on seeing the northern lights a couple of weeks ago, you may have a second chance. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says that another solar storm is expected this weekend and into next week. It's predicted to be a G2 event, which is a far cry from the G5 aurora we saw in early May. It's all part of the sun becoming more active as it nears the height of its 11-year cycle. As we get one last check of the forecast with Colin Jackson.
Well, we have heat guaranteed. Can't guarantee the lights, but we'll see. We have a day tomorrow that's similar to today. We cool off a little bit. We have slight rainfall chances in the afternoons of Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Highs in the mid-90s for a couple days, but we can handle that. Just, you know, it's between 2 and 5 o'clock. It's kind of hot, but the overnight lows are going to be warming up too. Low to mid-60s. That means the air conditioning needs to work, right?
Be very helpful.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
A really good time of year to have AC functioning.
But this is the time of year where it fails.
As always.
And you try and call someone and they'll go, we'll see you next week. No, today.
It always works great in December.
It works great in December, absolutely.
Weird how that is.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow at 5.
Hey, LA, it's another scorcher here, and you know what that means? Earthquake weather.
Mulholland Drive, named for William Mulholland, the man who brought water to a thirsty desert.